Today I'm going to show you a very brief introduction into Prezi.com, how to create a very basic Prezi. So we begin at Prezi.com. This is the home page. From here we can have a look at what other people have constructed in their Prezis, and that's the ones that they have made public. We can also see this brief presentation into what Prezis are all about. We can sign up or log in. I've got a login, so I will do this one. So I'm using my email address and my password, and we log in. Login's really easy for anyone who has an educator's email address, so an institution's email address. You can get an educator's account, which is free, so that's really good. So make sure you choose that one when you log in. Okay, so from here, this is my information. These are Prezis that I've had a look at before. These are the popular ones that a lot of people see, or a lot of people view. I can learn how to do some new things, and I can just explore what other people have made. From here, I'm going to go to a new Prezi. I'm going to give it a title. And a brief description. And we go new Prezi. Now this will take me to what's known as the canvas, which is where you create your Prezi, and you can see here that I have the educational Prezi account. And when it logs up, it will give you a video, which is just something that you can refer back to if you want to. I'll delete this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is click on this, which I can change or delete. Now this is called the zebra, this circle in the middle. The middle circle, the center circle, moves it around. The second circle decreases and increases the size. The outside circle changes the angle. So I put it upside down if I wish. And then we've got this plus here that takes us to this menu where we can use delete, we can duplicate if we want something to look the same. We can move things to the front and back as a question thing as well. And also note that you can use these control keys to or shortcuts to do things. Okay, so I might delete this one, so I can click this or press delete. Now the next part is this up here, which is kind of Prezi's version of a menu. We've got a colors option and style option where we can choose how the Prezi will look. So I'm going to go with this one, I think. Something bright. I'll click back to the right section. This is where I can double click and I can get a text box in there, so I can type whatever I wish. I'll make it look how I wish as well, so I'll make it like this. I might make it bigger, move it to the middle. Easy. The next one is insert. Here we can load files. We can insert images, PDFs, videos, and .swf files, which is a flash file. It's really simple. It loads it up itself. Same principles where we can change the size and the angles and move things around. Make that straight again. We can also insert some shapes, so some arrows to link ideas, some little lines. We can use frames. In Prezi, frames are used to group ideas and concepts together. So if I was talking about what is Prezi, I could put a circle around it, and that would show very basically that everything within that circle was linked in some form or another. And the path is something that's used towards the end to determine how the viewer will step through the Prezi. So I'll show you this one later. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm going to create some text. So it's really simple. I'm going to use the different styles to help differentiate between the different ideas, putting it inside the circle so that I can group my ideas together, double clicking from another text option, using the third type of style, and rather than clicking OK, I can just hit enter. Oh, sorry, no I can't. Enter will just give me more space in there, so we do need to click OK. This one I will make a little smaller so I can fit in there. I could just make the circle bigger, but I'll just make the text smaller for today. And this is going to go in here also. That's the logo, and I'm going to insert a video. So what I'm going to do is go to YouTube, simply copy the URL at the top. I'm just copying this, going back into Prezi, double clicking for a text box, Control V to paste, so you can see I've got youtube.com, watch, and then the video. We'll hit OK or enter, OK, sorry, and that will fetch it for me. And that's really simple, really easy, really quick. Again, I can use the zebra to make it smaller, change the angle, move it around. That's my first idea done. Second idea, going to start off with another title. I'll use this style for the title. Go away from there. Put this on the next line. Make it this body. Now, if I did want to duplicate this, if it was going to make things easier, I could simply click the duplicate or Control D, and that would give me another one, which I can edit. If that makes things easier, you can do that. Move this one over. I'm just going to put a few ideas in here. This is not the full extent of the use of Prezi, but it's just an idea. Now, what I'm going to do now is simply use my scroll button to zoom out, or use these on the side here, which takes me back to the home to zoom in and zoom out. I'm going to zoom out just so I can get an idea of how things are looking. Move this out of the way. I think I'll draw another circle frame to group this together. Oh, I'll put an extra one in there and delete this one. I'll send this one to the back. So now that's at the back. We will move that so that they all fit in there. What I'm going to do with the text on this one is make it a little bigger and change the angle. Change the angle, make this one smaller. Change the angle, make it smaller. And the same for these, just to make things a little bit more interesting. And this obviously is totally up to the creator of the Prezi. Okay, now I've got this big title here, and I need to link it to these ideas. So what I'm going to do is go to insert a shape. I can use lines, which can be any kind of shape. Can use this highlighter if I wish, or I can use arrows. I'm going to stick with the arrow today. I'm going to delete these, and because I want my arrows to be roughly the same, I'm going to duplicate this one. And I'm just going to change the angle, and there you go. So that's very, very basic, but that's how we do it. I could continue on forever and ever if I wish, but today that's going to be enough. So now I'm going to create a path. I can do this by adding the 1, 2, 3 step option, which is that it starts off at 1, moves on to 2, moves to 3. And the good thing about Prezi is that all the transitions and the zooming is all done for you. I'm going to use the capture view today, so I can zoom into this. I might choose how I want it to be. Capture. You can see, no, I've got a 1 here that I don't want, so going to delete and start again. So this is what I want number 1 to be. Number 1. That won't show up in the presentation, but it's just for my benefit so I know where it starts. Now, what is Prezi? I want that to be number 2. Okay, so I'm zooming in because that's what I want to happen. I want it to be very close. So I'm doing number 2 up here. Zooming out. I want this to be number 3. Zooming into the video. I want this to be number 4. From the video, we'll move out. This is number 5, so the bigger view. I want it to zoom in. That could be number 6, number 7. You can see that the path's being created here for me. Number 8, number 9, number 10, and 11. Why not? And that's it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit, and you'll notice that the Prezi itself has automatically saves, and that I can choose to save at any time. So it gives me when I saved it and that it's saved. I can undo from here or use Control Z. I can collaborate with other people, inviting them to work with me on the Prezi, or I can actually create a Prezi and present it online. I can print, I can get some help, and I can exit. Today I'm going to exit. That takes me back to my Prezi page. This is where I change the access so I can have public and allow people to copy this and use it as their own, or use it not as their own but use the basic format and layout for another Prezi. Public is just visible to everyone but no copy available, and private is that it has to be accessed by myself or people that I allow to access. This is also where I can invite people to edit, so that's good for groups and meetings, similar to the other meeting option. Now here you see this is my Prezi. I can play, so it starts off at number 1. It zoomed in for me, I didn't have to do that. Zooms out, goes into the YouTube video, and I can play straight from the Prezi.
To share ideas, showcase work, or even to persuade your audience to do something.
Okay, so we'll move on, and it's zooming for me, so right through to the end of the presentation, which is here. Also, I can zoom out at any time, I can move around as I wish. From here I can edit, save a copy, I can download a hard copy or delete. So that's Prezi, very basic, very easy, very simple.